Good afternoon, you gorgeous people. Oopsie-daisy. That was not intentional. That is actually upside down. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Toni Darroch. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm at this side. I'm going to explain in a second. But if you are brand new to the channel, this is our first ever one-day special on the Thursday. And the reason it's Thursday, could it be Thursday moving forwards? We're not quite sure. But this week and next week, it's going to be at Thursday at 6 p.m. We're trialing some times and some days. But we do have commitments over the weekend. So tonight is our one-day special. Woohoo! And I know you all spent a ton of money on Christmas, but this is a different one-day special, but a different one-day special in the sense that these are going to be workhorses in your stash. So it's not a particular design or anything like that. These are things that can be utilised across the board and probably will stay in your stash forever. Who doesn't love a great shaped nesting die with a waste-free element and some beautiful decorative detail? Now, because it's Thursday and because it's 6 p.m. and normally we do our one-day specials at Friday at 1, nobody knows, right? Unless you read our newsletter, which you clearly do, and unless you're in our in-house app, then you do. But could we share, if possible, if you are on social media, let everybody know that we are live, particularly on Facebook. We need to let the world know that Stamps by Me is doing a brand new one-day special. So we have our waste-free dies. I'm going to touch on Holly and Berry because I daren't touch on General Chestnut because he is so limited. I daren't even go to him. But we're going to touch on Holly and Berry. All of the Christmas products are still linked to the show also. So if you missed out on those or you're thinking, do you know what? I got the pine cones, but I'm so in love with the oak slicers. Then you can see they're all linked to the show. And every time we go live, everything starts selling again. So if I could go live 24/7, 365 days a year, I would be a billionaire. So what we're going to talk about before I get to the other side, I felt like I needed to open the show at this side, guys, because I didn't want to distract from our lovely new product. But I just want to talk to you all very briefly about the tariffs that are happening in the States. I did do a video on social media this morning, but for some reason people can't find it or whatever. So maybe tuning into this show and having it in a real show format, you can refer back to it, to everything that I've stated and said. Now, there is good news, there is not so good news, but overall it's brilliant news actually. So I just wanted to update you. You know how all of these orders have been getting tariff bills and things like that. We sent orders in the midst of it all, and we've had lots of emails from our lovely customers about I don't want to pay fees, I do want to pay fees, I'm not getting my parcel, they're all floating around the States. So we've had a lot of emails to contend with. However, I just wanted to update you. So 2 things I just want to touch on. The first is, if you are ordering in the States now, it's sorted. Shh. When you come to check out your basket. If you're happy, check it out. We have made it so you do not incur any unnecessary fees when they land at your door. So you don't have to pay any fees to get them. No taxes, no duties. It's sorted, okay? So you can buy with confidence. If you want to know more information about it, Tim's put a little banner on our HTCN. I wish I was on HTCN. On our USA website, How to Craft Network. Check it out on there. Check your items out and then be reassured that there will be no hidden sort of agenda with the tariffs and the duties and things like that. So you can buy with ease now. Thank goodness. However, we do have a few hundred floating around in the ether that people are still concerned about. 2 things I want to touch on in relation to that. So we've had a lot of emails going, I'm not paying 50% tariff, I'm not paying this tariff, I'm not paying that tariff, and that's absolutely fine. Please be reassured that if you do get a tariff bill, it should only be around 10%. The paperwork and all of the information that's readily available for businesses, we are told that craft is about 10%. Okay, so if you've put a £100 order in with Stamps by Me, you should expect about a 10% tariff, not 50%. And those tariffs do apply, but they don't apply to craft, okay? So the 50% tariffs that you're all maybe watching the news and listening to apply to other things, but for craft, it's only 10%, okay? If you choose not to accept that and not pay the 10%, and you email us and say, I'm not paying the tariff, I want a refund, that's absolutely fine also. However, you have to meet me halfway. We have to wait until that parcel comes back to me. Once the parcel comes back to me, Becky will further reach out to you with more information about your parcel, whether that be you want us to send again because now the issue is sorted, or if you want to just have a refund. Have I covered everything, Tim? I think I've covered everything. I just wanted to reassure you for the last 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, however long, it's been chaos, absolute chaos in this business in relation to people thinking they're getting charged more than they are. They're not. We do still have a lot of people stating that their orders are floating around. Now, just to create a little bit of ease for our business as well, you need to give it I know it's going to be a pain for you, but it is only craft, okay? You need to give it 28 days to come back to us. If at that point we do not get it back and it ends up getting fizzling into the ether and it gets lost, if I can, I'll sort it for you. So you don't have to panic. I've had lots of emails going, it's not fair that I have to pay this, or it's not fair that that's happened, and it's not fair that this is happening, and the tariffs have got a lot to answer for. We totally get it. Nobody's more frustrated than Stamps by Me. But be reassured that now if you place an order, it's sorted. So when you come to check out this evening, or if you have already today, make sure you're happy with your order before we send it to you. And then that's going to mean that you're not going to be interrupted with any fees at your end. Furthermore, when they come into your location, which is the USA. And for those of you that have parcels floating around maybe, or are going to get some tariffs on there, one, the tariff might be around 10%. And secondly, if they are floating around and they are coming back because either you don't want them or they've automatically been sent, please give it 28 days to give them time to come back. We did get some back today, so they're coming back quite fast. It's out of our hands. Hopefully that sort of like clears up some of the questions for you. Maybe it makes you feel a little bit better and less anxious, because listen, it's been tough. But these are problems that we face weekly, monthly in our business. It's business, guys. We always overcome it. We'll always ensure that you get the best sort of service from Stamps by Me, no matter what. Even if it means Stamps by Me have to deal with extra costs, hidden costs, anxious customers, we will always deal with it for you. Let's go to the other side. If you've got any questions, you can ask. Let's go to the other side and have a look at my new products, because that'll make me even more happier. Woohoo! So I hope everyone is well. I just wanted to get that out of the way, guys. Just reassure you all that it's all good here at Stamps by Me, and we will never stop sending goods to the USA. It's taken me too long for me to build that audience. I'm not willing to let it go. So let's have a look at some of our new items in the show. Now, we do have Holly and Berry, and I am going to use it with these this evening, but these are workhorses. I didn't want to release like another design when you're all sat patiently waiting for our Christmas stock to get out the door. I think we've sent about 30% of the orders, so they are coming. Please be patient. And if you are in the States, we did hold on to your orders for 1 or 2 days until we were absolutely satisfied we could deliver on what I've just spoken about. So you will be absolutely fine now. So hopefully that's going to make you all happy. It's made me very happy today being able to talk about it. So let's have a look at 4 new nesting systems that we've brought to you. Now, I love to bring you designs, but sometimes it's really cool to step back and bring you workhorses in your stash. Now, lots of you have been buying these before the show. I didn't order a ton of these. It's metal, it's expensive, and it's heavy, okay? So if you like it, get it. You can just get 1. If you buy 3, you'll save an extra 10% above and beyond. They're big dies, okay? And you're probably looking at them thinking, well, what's the waste-free element of it? It's an old school technique that we do not use often enough. And I felt like we really needed to get this on this packet, because this is what we are lacking in our craft by not cutting them all at the same time and creating frames as well as mat and layers, okay? So the first item on the counter is our stitched square. Now, we did a huge version of this one about 5 years ago, and the stitching was a little bit different. So if you use that as a workhorse, maybe you're going to utilise this one. Now, I'm going to cut all 4 designs this evening, and I am going to pull a card together using Holly and Berry with some of these designs. So 138 people have this in their cart. Let me tell you, I only have 150. That's all I've got of each. I have another 4 designs which will be released later in the year also. So these are your square ones. So the item number for this one is 200225 Delta. This one is $24.99 and it has 10 dies. Now, I can't really see the comments. Once I've gone through this side, I'll have a look at the comments. If you've got a question, save it till I get to the other side, or copy and paste and keep reposting. And hopefully I will be able to answer it when I get to the other side. So that's your square version. The next one has to be up there for me. We've not done a design like this before. Oh, thanks, Tim. Not done a design like this before. Little bit different. So we have done this sort of chevron embossed design on I think it was some Christmas frames that we did one time a couple of years ago. But this one is quite unique. It has that curved corner. So this is going to create great interest on your cards just with this corner. So this one's called the corner curve, okay? And it comes with 6 pieces. It has that chevron detail in there. And when you cut it through all as one, they're not connected. Sometimes you get dies that are connected with the metal and you have to cut them. I didn't want to connect them. I'm quite confident that you guys can tape your dies down. I hate the metal. I don't want them connecting, and I don't want you to have to cut them because I hate cutting them, and I'm scared that somebody's going to cut themselves, okay? So Sherilyn, SBM always go above and beyond to sort out our problems that arise even at their own expense. Amazing company with the best customer service ever. I appreciate you saying that. I really do. I'll take that one. Thank you very much, Sherilyn. Love the look of the corner curve. Yeah, very interesting, right? I love this one. So basically, this has got 6 sides. I'm going to cut them all when I get to the other side. They're all the same price, $24.99. If you buy the 3, you are going to save that extra 10%. Now, the next one is another square, but this one has an embossed detail in here. So if you want to put that embossed detail in, when you add your ink, it's going to pick up that detail in and around. This one's great for a guy's card, I think. So this one comes with the 4, okay? So it cuts the exterior, it puts the embossed detail in, but the waste-free element, I'm going to show you when you run them through as one pass and show you how to create frames on nesting dies. Now, what I'm going to show you will apply to probably most, 80% of the nesting dies in your stash. But it's a technique that doesn't get visited enough, and it's a technique that should be used more often than not, so we don't waste card stock, hence the waste free. You know, sometimes I do think about things I'm saying and doing. Sometimes, only sometimes though. So this one is item number 040225 Delta, $24.99. Again, if you buy the 3, you will save that extra 10. That's 118 if you have that in your basket. If you love your square cards, it's brilliant, isn't it? Just nest them down. They're incredible. So the next one is another belter. Now, this is going to work beautifully with the collection that we're launching for our Christmas party with the arch stamps, because they fit beautifully in here. So this is your wavy arches. It has the embossed line detail too. It has 6 pieces. And again, when you cut through one pass, you're going to end up with a frame that's wavy. So your corner one will have a corner curve. Again, with your square ones as well, when you cut them all through in one pass, you're going to end up with frames that have detail on them. So this one is wavy arches, 6 pieces, and this one is 260424 Delta, $24.99. Now, if you're just buying one, because you know you're going to use one, then just buy the one. You don't need them all. However, if you're lacking in sort of creative shapes for your cards, then at least you have a few options in our live show this evening. Now, the next item on the counter is Holly and Berry, and I have to say, I have not stopped playing with this since we launched it. Monday Night Live, it incorporates in my Saturday class this Saturday as well. It incorporates on a box I'm making as well because of the dies. So if you missed the show, I'm going to quickly go over it. It is our Holly and Berry complete collection. Now, I was going to add the other items to the show, but they're all very limited, okay? There's not much to go around, and the bits and pieces that are left of those, I do want to offer to trade if at all possible. General Chestnut Geeswig is hanging on by a thread. So this one is Holly and Berry. This is the complete collection. You get the 12 by 12, you get the 2 7 by 7 paper pads, the one that's patterned, and the skeleton leaf design. I do encourage, if you haven't seen this in its absolute full glory, is go back and watch Friday's show at 6 o'clock where we launched Christmas, or Monday night show where we did a demo using that one as well. Shannon, whoa, nearly missed the show. See, I know it's going to take you a little bit of getting used to with the one-day specials being at a later time, but I do feel like we leave a lot of people out by not doing them later in the evening. Love the dies. Is there a bundle deal? No, Michelle, unfortunately, the bundle deal is to buy the 3. Buy the 3 and you get extra 10% off there. Also, you have your points and you are in the club. Hopefully, you're all in the club. So you are going to get those savings on top of that 10% as well. So if you're at 20% points off, and now we've sorted out the tariffs for our lovely ladies and gents in the States, which I'm very relieved about, I have to say, then hopefully they'll be able to get them too. So your 2 7 by 7s, your painted mounts, which are absolutely beautiful, with the wine glasses and the trees and all of the lovely items from there. Then you get the 2 dies, which is your poinsettia and your foliage. and you're just going to be able to create the most amazing cards. I don't know. I don't know if this is my best today. I have done some belters. I love them all, I guess, because I wouldn't create them otherwise, but I really, really do love this one. So we're going to demo with this one with our new dies, and we're going to create some Christmas cards with the new shaped system as well. Now, I did have other items as well, which we were going to link to the show, but I totally forgot. They're written here, and Tim's added the whole Christmas show. But we'll add them later. So here we go. So item number for this one, 050925 Alpha. It's $69.99. If you buy it as the bundle, it saves about £18, I believe. They are all available as individuals as well. So if your budget doesn't stretch, you can buy just the painted mounts, or you can top up and get extras as well. Lots of you bought extra painted mounts. You all love our painted mounts, makes me very happy. So 050925 Alpha, $69.99. If you've got your points and you're in the club, the rest is history, right? Let's go to the other side and have a look at what we're going to do. So you can see there, Tim's done a lovely banner there for you to see the detail in there. So what I'm going to do is, because we have that fast grab system now with our inspiration, which I told you about on Monday and I told you about on Friday, instead of now popping codes in and things like that and scanning QR codes, you can still do that, by the way. If you are tech savvy and were able to do it before, you're covered. But equally, now we've got a fast grab system that grabs the inspiration from every show. So I'm going to cut every one, and then we'll grab the inspiration from everyone and we'll attach it to each product. So if you are ever looking for inspiration on our products, just go to the product and hopefully there's a video attached below. Please do know that it's a brand new system. It's worked absolutely perfectly so far. It does take a little bit of time to load up as well. You have to give the system time to fast grab it, load it, etc. We haven't come across any problems, which is a first. I don't want to jinx it. It's working, okay? But if you ever go to a product and there's nothing there, it either means I haven't done any inspiration for the system to fast grab, or we will do. You can always request, as always. So we've got Barbara Kelly on. Evening, Tony. Evening, sweetheart. Looking forward to the class at weekend. Renee, hi, sweetheart. How are you? We've got Angela on, as always, on our Facebook page, which is totally cool. Tina says, what is the class Saturday? It's our Christmas album and box. Oh, just giving away what we're doing there. Box and album on Saturday, 10 till 4. So we've got Shannon. Question. When will the bookazine be available? Possibly before HTCN. So Shannon, I don't know if you've watched my other shows, but we've had to put a stop on the magazine. It didn't quite make it. It failed QA. And rather than put Tim through the stress and chaos of trying to rectify it, redo it all, get it back on a ship and get it in time, we've decided not to do it. So it will come though. Half of it's done. It will come though. So we're going to save some of the detail for next year as well. Is that okay? So the next question is, that's normal. Pictures take time. They do. It's not just pictures, it's video as well though. So it does, you have to let the system update. Let's have a look. But any question, any chance that ODS will be at 6 p.m. going forward? I much prefer this time. Yeah, Tim's giving it the big thumbs up. He's managed to talk me into it, guys. He's managed to talk me into it. So we were going to move it to Fridays, 6 o'clock, because Friday is our one-day special day. However, we are reviewing a Thursday or a Friday, but we'll let you know. It'll be at 6 p.m. one of those days. So it's this Thursday, 6 p.m. and next Thursday, 6 p.m. because we've got commitments at the weekend. But we'll see what happens, right? We don't like to put people in boxes. We like to be a little bit fluid if we can. So is that the monthly class? No, Tina, it's our Christmas workshop in-store on Saturday. You haven't missed much, Ian. I've just gone through the dies. So shall we get into the inspiration? So let's have a look at the new 4 dies. So I'm going to show you, let's just show you as they are on my table here. So we have corner curve, which is awesome. We have classic square. We have stitch square, and we also have wavy arch. Now I'm going to cut all of them as the nest inside each other to show you the beautiful frames that you can create. And then I'm going to utilise one for one of my cards. Renee says she's doing well. She's getting ready for a vacation. Well, that's wonderful. Are you going anywhere nice? Don't forget to share. Are we all sharing? Are we all sharing? I know. Don't worry about it, Shannon. We're on it, though. So let's do... let's just start at the top. Wavy arch. Let's start with this one. So let's just show you. Let's get them all out, actually. So I've got wavy arch. We have the square. Tim, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them in one by one for the inspiration in a second. I'm just getting them all out first. Then we have that lovely, love this one. And then we have the corner curve. So let's talk about it. And the way the metal, it's heavy, guys. You don't want to be moving them boxes in the warehouse, let me tell you. So let's do one at a time. Let me just put it on the screen first of all, and then we can see. So we're going to look at this one. So this one is your corner curve. It has 6 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has that lovely chevron detail. I love the corner detail on it. You could actually tuck like a whole bunch of poinsettias behind like one of the corners on a card. That would look cool, wouldn't it? So we'll cut this one in one pass. We'll put them on the plate, and then we'll, from the bits and pieces left, I will create a nice card. So let me grab my plates. They all look fab. They all look good. Little workhorses, aren't they? So if you, maybe you might have something similar, you know, nothing groundbreaking with nesting dies. They've been around for about 40 years, I guess. But hopefully the details are a little bit different. Enough for you to think, yeah, I will absolutely use those. So I'm just going to grab my plates here. I'm just going to pop some white card on. And I have the worst white card in the world. I have no idea where I got it from. It's awful. But I'm using it because I'm not being wasteful. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my dies off the piece of card. They don't have to stay on this piece of card. And they're actually attached with some tape, so I can cut them all through like this, look. You see? So they're all actually connected because of the way that they've been put on there. I'm just going to pop it on here like so. And this is what I was saying about waste-free, okay? It's not groundbreaking again, like I've just said, but try and think about like having, when you cut them as individuals, you get your mats and layers, but when you nest them, you get a frame as well. So you have options. So these dies are more educational than they are anything else, which is awesome, right? Sometimes it's nice to educate. So let's just get our die cutting machine. Oh, Karen, great shout. Karen's asking about Create Together. Tim's going to load them all on. We're going to start Create Together Club a week on Monday. So it'll be Monday, 1 o'clock, Tuesday, 1 o'clock, Wednesday, 1 o'clock, Thursday, 1 o'clock, and Friday, 1 o'clock. So get your kits out, not this Monday, a week on Monday. So save that date, okay? I'll be glad to get on with that, actually, because we have delayed it quite a little bit to make sure everybody's got theirs. However, I will say to you, a lot are coming back to us due to this nasty tariff issue. But we can't really delay it any longer. And the ladies that it is coming back for, I've spoken to them and they're okay for us to just sort of like crack on. So I'm really grateful for that. So when you take them out, hopefully you can see. So when you nest them, look at the frames you get. Hopefully you can see that chevron. Now, if you are wanting a bit of a deeper emboss, you can add a little shim or an extra piece of card underneath the die cut. They're nice. They are very nice. So that's what happens when you run it through as one, okay? Now, I'm just going to run them all through first so you can see the detail, and then I'm going to choose the desired one I like, and then we'll make a card with that one, but we'll create a mat and layer and a nice frame. You know, you've seen me many times before, haven't you, where I cut the frames and then I build them one on top of the other, on top of the other, and I create like an MDF piece, so it's thick, and then I stick it on and it just gives that view. That's why this has happened. That's why this has come to life. So from all of those, from the corner curve, those are all of the amazing pieces that you're going to be able to create from that die. That is awesome, right? So let's move on to the next one. Super duper easy. Let's just move this out of the way. And let's have a look at the wavy arch, because that's the next one. Let's just grab the packet here. So we have wavy arch. This is nice. Now, because of this arch, Most of you won't know, but you have to leave a certain depth between each die. So this one is straight, so you don't have to leave as much detail, whereas this is wavy, so you have to. So I'm going to have to possibly put these on one by one, but we'll see. So let me just grab some card. Let's cut these as frames so you can see. Still haven't got it, Denise. Oh. So let's pop these on. Let's see how they come off the carrier sheet, actually. Yeah, they come off all as individuals. I think, which is your favourite? Which do you like the most, guys? I am loving the arches, I've got to say. I think it's because they're a little bit different. Although the squares are workhorses, I think I like the arches because they're different. So I'll just get rid of that for now. And then let's pop these on. Oh, these are nice. They just nest one inside the other. And it doesn't matter where you put them, you're going to get a beautiful frame regardless. Let's get them all on first. Now, I would probably suggest you tape your dies, although I don't. Practice what you preach, Toni, but you know. So if you just cut the one, you'll end up with a wavy shape, a full complete shape. But I'm just showcasing what happens when you nest them and create the waste-free element of it. So you're not wasting any card. You are absolutely using it all. Love the arches, but all fab. Yeah, I didn't want to overload you all, guys. Corner curve you've never seen before. I'm not sure I've actually seen a corner curve. I might have done seen a corner curve, but not with the chevron. Been a while since these were created. Right, let's have a look here. Look at these. So it puts in that detail. Look at that. How nice is that? That is so nice. So if you're thinking about a mat and layer, maybe think about don't waste the rest of the card. That'll make a great arch for a wedding card. Just put the pieces on here. So if you just use the one die and not nest inside, you'll end up with a solid piece like so. And that would make a great banner die for the side of a card. You know, if you had a card and you wanted to do like the sentiment from the side, it would make a great buckle as well, that actually. Really nice. So that is your wavy arches. So there, another winner chicken dinner in my world. That might get used in my Christmas card today. What size are they for, Toni? They'll go on 5x7s, and your square is, I think it's 7x7. I'll measure. Let me just pop this on here. That's a great question. Let's just grab this one. This is the biggest, yes, you can see, 5x7, sweetheart. And it'll be the same with your corner curve and your two squares. Let's just bring in the square. So exactly just over 6x6. Just over 6x6. So you would need a 7x7 card, probably just cut down. See that there? So that was your wavy arches. Let's just get rid of this one for now. So cool to have all of those frames. So that's that one. The next one is, what's this one called? This one is called Classic Square. This one's nice. It's got some lovely detail in there. If you ink up this die and then you put your paper on, the colour will punch into the cardstock. So if you ink this up, run it through, the colour will sit on that lovely embossed detail. and it will punch through, okay? So this looks like there's actually lots, when actually that is a complete die. Can you see there? So when you cut this one proud on its own, you're going to have embossed detail on the inside and on the outside as well. Really pretty. So let's run this one through as an entity. Hopefully I've cut that piece of card big enough. I don't think I have. No. Let's cut some more card. It's nice to have workhorse shows, isn't it? It's nice to have those kind of shows. So this one was 6 by 6, wasn't it? So Renee, Norway, Iceland, Faroe, Scotland, and a few days in London. Very nice. Check you out. And when do we go? I'll probably just cut this still too short now. Let's just see if this die fits. Oof, just. Okay, so I've got my piece of card. So, and it fits on your 8x8 plate as well, on your 8x8 machine. Where's my plate? Here we go. Oops, it is. Are we all sharing? Thank you so much, guys. So I would probably shim this to really get that embossed detail. So put a piece of card underneath so it really has that sort of like impactive layer to punch that detail in, or a little shim. Classic square is really unusual. I know. Nice, isn't it? It's a bit tribal-esque, could it be? If you like your square cards, it's Celtic. Thanks, Tim. Celtic. I don't know if you can see that there. That is nice. Hopefully you can see that lovely look at that. That is so pretty. And as you can see, you have the double emboss. You see on that one? Very nice. Very, very nice. So that's those. So that one is your classic square. Liked but can't shout. Hey, don't you worry. Not the end of the world. So that's that one. I'll just put all of my bits and pieces here. That one there. And then the last one is your stitch, which I think we all know really well, but I'm still going to cut it because I still want to grab the inspiration for anybody who visits my channel. So here we have the stitched square. This has got 10 pieces, 10. And this has also got an embossed detail lining, which we've added. It's actually a dot, dash, dot, dash. So it is like a little bit of a stitch, I guess. So let's run this one through. Let me just grab a piece of card. Cut another piece. So as it stands, Tim's just telling me the most popular ones are the archers. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I think we were selling the arch ones the most as well, weren't we, before we came to air? So I hope this one's 6x6 as well. Yeah. So let's cut this one through. So again, they're all individual, so hopefully I can... Oh, that's good. That's good, isn't it? The way that they've... too good to be true. It's not a great shake about losing the backing card. Just make sure you keep your protective case that we put everything in for you. And they'll still be protected. I'll just get rid of that. Bring in my mat. This should be fun. So the nesting element of it, one. Great way to create frames. If you skip one, you can create like a frame, and then you can put your acetate window, you can do a shaker window, don't forget that. So skip a frame. I mean, these are going to be ultimately really thin frames, but I did say I'm going to cut them as, you know, waste free. So that's what I'm here to show you. Yes, 1 second, let me just cut this sweetheart, and I will do that for you, no problem. Add some ink to the emboss, I will. Tim just went, do what? Keeping me in check is Tim. I think that should be good. So shall we go with that one? Hopefully it doesn't move and cause me chaos. If I sell out, will I reorder? I haven't thought about that. It depends if I get 100 notify me's. Possibly, Tina, yeah. Yeah. Tim's nodding. Yes, Tina. So hopefully these all cut like that. We'll see. Well, we're all going to find out, aren't we? Oh. Look! I'm going to pop these straight back in the pack though, guys, so I don't lose them. But of course, you can just pop... just remember, I'm showing you them all cut through at once, but you can just do them whenever you like. So that's that one. Hopefully it's cut. It has. Look at that. Get rid of that. And what's cool as well, guys, is if you cut them like, you know, you remember those dies we did where we sort of like did them sporadic? You could create your own design of squares on a card with this particular one. Paper piece the pieces back in and create like a scrapbook page with photographs or something like that. Will a 6-inch die cutting machine take all these dies, please, Tony? Audrey, do you have the name of the die cutting machine? What size is the base plate? Because mine is 6-inch wide, exactly well, it's probably 6.1 mil, so I can get the 6-inch dies on there. So how wide is your plate, sweetheart? Measure your plate. If it's 6, I would say yeah. Any less than 6, you're probably going to ruin your dies or your machine, so I would probably say no. 6 and above. So that is my lovely, lovely nesting squares. I've got a bit to go at now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do a nice card, Christmas card, and I'm going to use that, you know, the poinsettias that we all cut through together, these ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glitter these up first and I'm going to create a white on white card today. I might use a touch of the green, I'm not sure for the foliage, but I'm going to get these sparkled up so that when we set them to the side, the glitter will have, the glue will have gone off so you can actually see the beautiful glitter, because we never get a chance to show you that because it never dries quick enough in the live show. So I've got all of the white ones here. Now I do have options. I have my chunky media glitter, which is my fave. Then I have the runner-up, which is the Glamour Dust one I absolutely love, ultra fine. So it'll be one of these two I'm going to use. So I'll just take the lid off that. Sizzix. Is the plate 6-inch wide? Sorry, I don't have that machine. Does anybody have that machine? It's definitely 6. Yeah, it will work then, darling. The dies are 6, so it should go through. Right, I'm just going to, hopefully, glitter this up. I'll just get rid of this blocked glitter glue. Hopefully that's all right now. I'm just going to ink up. I'm just going to hopefully, yeah, put some glitter on the ends here. So I'm going for clean and simple today. So the last card we made with General Chestnut, remember it was very vintage. We did the log slice. got that one. I'm not sure how many I'm going to use, so I might as well do them all. I'm quite random. I like things a little bit sporadic. I'm not too fussed about formality and, you know, everything being symmetrical. I'm just adding the fast dry glitter here that I love to use. Sorry, glue. This is on the website. Lots of you have got this now, and now it is your favourite. So these are the papers from Berry, Holly and Berry, and it's the skeleton ones, the must-have collection that I've told you about. We have to have those breaker papers, don't we? So, and this is going to, hopefully, I might actually put my vintage General Chestnut on that we made in the show as well, guys. We'll see how it goes. So let's get some glitter on these. And this is our colourless glitter. So it's no colour, it will just look like snow. And I did big pots because I know you'd all work through it. Right, so let's just pick these up in a fashion, take them, set them to one side, and we'll come back to these little fellas. Late, but here. Hi, Kathy, I hope you're well, sweetheart. I'm just shaking off all of the excess glitter. Now, please don't panic in relation to this glitter. It is not glass. It is just plastic, okay? Won't hurt you. Okay, like, question, can you ink up the classic square? Yes, I promise I will. I will. Before the end of the show, I promise I will. So just set that to one side. I'll grab an ink pad and I'll do that inking. But before I do that, guys, let me just grab a white card. Now, you see, these are our 5x7 card blanks. Excuse the noise. And I'm just going to see which frame is going to fit. So I'm just going to bring in the arch. So this is 5x7, look, guys. So when you pop the first biggest one, look at that. So I need to cut the biggest frame on here from that collection to get my mat and layer. So this is where you would traditionally just use, oh, wrong one. This is where you would just traditionally use your dies as mats and layers. But hopefully me showing you that if you nest them, you get less waste. I'm just going to take the tape off the back here and just use this big one here. Okay. So let's get some white card. I'm just going to cut into one of my card blanks so the white is white, because like I said, that white cardstock for the demonstration there, it just wasn't good enough. And that sometimes happens, right? So let me just trim this down. So I'm going to cut just the frame this time, okay? So we'll just pop that on there. Oh, that's great news, Kathy. So now we'll have a nice mat and layer one. And we have the frame as well. So if you wanted to put some pads behind that one, you could also do that. Let's just see how it's going. So if you were to probably put this one flat, maybe. And if you like your white on white cards, and then if you wanted to glue this one on top to give you that extra dimension like a frame around, Of course, you could do that. I think I'm going to do that. I would use these frames, cut 2 or 3, glue them together and create like a wedge. And then I'd stick it on top and I'd create a frame around whatever's going to go in here, the masterpiece. But I'm just going to stick this absolutely flat onto this nesting die here. Can I do... You can do shaped cards. You can do shaped cards. You just hang the die off the top of the card. I can show it. Of course I can show it. So that's the frame look. Now look at that. Very interesting in my world, is that? Very interesting. Now, if you wanted to pop some pads behind to give it that little bit of extra dimension, that looks lovely. And you could create that system all the way down, like put the frame on the matten layer. Total preference. Now, what I am going to do, guys, is I will glue. I'm going to put some glitter on this too. I'm going to go around the edge like this. Look at this. And then whilst this is drying with the glitter, I'll do the inking on the square for you. I've just gone all the way around the edge there. Can you just see? It looks quite ugly, but it's fine. Grab our square card. Are we all sharing? Have we got some? I don't want anybody to think we're live tomorrow. So I'm just going to use the same glitter. And then we'll set it to the side. So now we have a sparkly frame. When that glue dries, I'll just end up with a nice, lovely sparkle around the edge. So let's set this aside, put it there for now. Let's get rid of this. And let's do that ink so you can see the detail. Can I just grab an ink pad, Tim, from the cupboard? Thank you very much. 1 second, guys. Oh, let's just... First one I've come to, Abundant Coral Distress Oxide. So let's just grab a brush. Just clean my brush a little bit here. Clearly had some black on it at some point because I'm a scruffy melt. Right, that's my card. So let's move that. Right, let's bring in... Which one shall we do? Just thinking if there was a solid one as well. What's that one? So we've got a little, let's do the one that's solid so you can try and see it. Oh, I can see it all blooming red. An ugly colour, I do apologise, it's got black on my brush. This one got black on. So this is the chevron with the mini lines. I'll show you in a second. So hopefully now you can you see it? A bit small in it. Let me see if I can get a big one. A second, guys. Let's get the bigger one so you can see the detail. You see it now? Very small to see. Not showing very well at all. Let me try and make it a bit darker. Definitely there. I just hope you can see it. I'll tilt it forward. Is it better? Definitely there, guys. So that's that one. Let me just do the tribal type style one. See if this shows. Like a punch in the paper. You see that? If you use your, hopefully, not showing very well at all. If you make sure you use your shims as well. I didn't use a shim, that'll get it even deeper, but it's definitely there. Hopefully you can see it, and I hope that's helpful. Maybe use a darker colour or a lighter colour for that matter. But there we go. So that's the detail on there. Right, get back to, if you put on your die cutting machine, if you put a piece of card, then the card that you're cutting, then your dies, that'll act as a shim. You'll get a bigger punch detail on the card. Let me just clean my mat now. This glue always takes forever to dry when it's got glitter on it. It stays white forever. But any other knot, mind you, it's maybe because it's blobby. But anyway, I'm going to stick it together. So let's do 2 flowers. Those Snowdrift dies, Greetings Joy in Winter, they're still £8. We've left them on, and we still have the advent calendar at £60 as well. And we've got sellout risk again on the painted mount. Me trying to save some for trade. I'm getting nowhere with you all. Everything's just selling fast as always. 213 have the squares. Well, I can't say the people who work are going to go mad with me because she should be at home now, maybe, hopefully. Hopefully, she says. I'm just going to stick this one on here. I love these poinsettias. Love them. First time we've ever done this. I love these. So we have those. Oh, I've got one that I've already done. A little mini. So let's bring in our card. So we have our card blank. It is here. And then we have our lovely sparkly edge. I'm just going to pop some pads behind this. Still got general chestnut as well. Ordered the 2 sets of frames, just wavering over the 3rd. Yeah, she's getting a 10%, is Angela, bless her. I think the stitch ones probably you might use a little bit more. I don't know, I just don't know. And I can't really advise, only you know. So this is that lovely sort of like, look at that. But equally, you could cut a full one of these and have a centre as well. There's so much you could really do. So I have General Chestnut. So he could maybe be here. We're not sure yet, right? And then we need to build our flower in the corner. So let's have a look at what this looks like. Probably a bit. Bearing in mind you've got big clumps of white, that disappears. I am going to add some touch of green just for the foliage. That arch is really giving class on my card. I love the arch. I knew I would, though. I knew I would. I'm just doing a little bit of placement here, guys. See what's happening. Still got a little bit of the foliage as well from... Let's get these stuck on. I'm going to go for it, guys. We didn't stick last time, did we? So I'm going for it this time. Let's do this little mini. Don't want to hide too much that corner because I think the corner's adding some nice interest. The foliage can go over it a bit, but not my flowers. I don't want to hide that. You're coming out. You're a bit heavy for this card, so I'm pulling you out. You like white on white Christmas cards. It's got a bit of colour now. The intention was white on white. The intention was, you know, short-lived. Right, so let's build in some foliage in here to make it look a little bit extra special. Obviously, you can keep your cards totally flat. They don't have to have all of this detail. General chestnut off. You could absolutely just stamp a sentiment here and be done, couldn't you? So let's just take him off for now. Oh, Carol, that's a great shout. Bookmarks. Carol, I got your message, sweetheart. Thank you for your response. Keep going, keep going. So we'll put this green. We'll do like a little bit of a cascade down here, I think. And I had some foliage now. Let's break this up a little bit. An interesting bouquet. The pine cone would have looked gorgeous on the corner of here, wouldn't he? Very nice. Have you noticed how it's he and she and mummy and baby and he and she and mummy and babies? I'm going to put a pad on him, guys. Oh, that's him telling you they're selling fast, guys. Can we say, is it still the arches that are the most popular? They are. The arches are the most popular. Is that because I'm demoing it, though? I'm going to show you how to make a very quick shape card as well after this. Is that all right? Using the die. If you grab a card blank with the score line at the top, I'll show you. Probably most of you know. Got general chestnut there. And then it would just need a sentiment. And just going back to what I said about that lovely banner. Where's that banner? Where's my banner? I inked it up, but you could cut this down and have a banner coming in with the sentiment on there. Let's have a look and see if we've got any other one. This one could come in. You could just trim this off at the edge like so and put a gold embossed sentiment on there saying have a cracking Christmas. Just trim it down. Do it from the side. That'd look cool, wouldn't it? Could do a great belt buckle as well. And pretend it's not. That's nice, isn't it? Just with the white. But let me just grab. Let's just pop some gems in here. That's the biggest blob of glue. Like, come on, that's going to take a month to dry. What are you thinking? So I'm just going to grab something out of here. What's going to go? Coffee and cream, it looks a little bit like. Something big. Oh, we could do this. This is nice. Should we do one of these? They would look nice, wouldn't they? Let's have a look at this. Take a year for that glue to dry. Sorry about me. Look at that. Do you want some sequin with that glue? So that's that one. And then we do have... I'm just going to pop some little... Yes, Lorna, great question, sweetheart. Tim's on with that for you all now. You don't really need, but the class is 10 till 4. And just bring your basic craft supplies, sweetheart. But Tim is going to send an email to you all, yeah. More sparkle? This is for somebody who likes sparkles. And it just needs a sentiment just on the side, doesn't it? But there we go. What do we think? All the glue needs to dry. That's going to take a year. But I think you get the idea. A nice gold sentiment, have a cracking Christmas, which is in your general chestnut stamp set as well. So you get a few lovely Christmas sentiments in general chestnut as well. You could just do that on there. So there we go. What do we think? Look at all this here now. Chaos, total chaos. You know what as well, though? You could do a little one around his little ankle. No, don't be silly, Tony. So there we go. Brand new waste-free system, which you all already knew about. You just needed me to spell it out to you. So there are our 4 new collections. So the 2 squares, the arch, and then obviously the wonky arch as well. I don't know how you're going to decide. They're all beautiful. I do love the corner detail one, though, I have to say. But before I disappear, because that's what the plan is, right? I have to go feed my son. What I want to do just very quickly is a shaped card, if that's okay, Tim. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab, let's do the wonky. We haven't done that one. Have I got the wonky, the biggest wonky one? Let's just grab one of the wonky ones. I'll just show you very quickly. And then grab a card. This is the way that is the easiest for me, but it is total preference. If you just put your die like so, this is a small card, but if you put your die, the die cut at the top, the overhang, there's nothing to cut this, so you can make a shaped card and then you'll cut it again and stick it on the front. In fact, I'll show you. Let's just see if it'll let me do it. This is one option. Or if your card is a top folding, and I'll just show you this way. Let me just do a smaller one because I haven't got the right size card. So look here, guys. So just pop this on, look. Just over the hinge of your cardstock, so it can't cut. Put it in your plate. Hopefully it'll cut through. This is one way. If you can't get it to cut, I'll show you another way too. Like that. Hopefully it will cut. I think it will. Iris says the curved corner's her favourite, she thinks. So hopefully it'll cut. Has it cut? Oh. I think if I massage it, yay! So you get this, right? So when you hang the die over, you get this nasty edge at the top. But it's a card, look, because we've done it over the shaped card. Can you see? But then to sort of like get rid of that ugliness at the top there, you just take a piece of cardstock, cut this again, the same die. There's your shaped card. Oh, there's your shaped card, look. And then if you get another, the same die you used and you put it back on your plate, cut one of these. and run this one through. And then you stick this on here, direct on top, you have your shaped card. You stick it direct, okay? If you don't want to do that, another alternative for you is cut 2 of these, cut 2, and then on one of them, pop a score line in, and then just glue it at the back, and then pull it out. Yeah, super easy. There's options. So there you have a nice shaped card stuck to the front there. Super easy. Super duper easy to make shaped cards. You can make shaped cards with predominantly lots of nesting dies, guys, so maybe play around with what you already have. So those are the 4 new items. Don't forget, if you haven't got holly and berry and you love it, get that one in your basket. Don't forget, you do get those savings as well. Those 20% and 10% and 5% and club member percents, and now you don't have the worry of the tariff issues either, hopefully. So you won't be interrupted by any unnecessary fees that are going to pop up at your side of the world. So fantastic show, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that demo. White on white today. We did a bit of a vintage card last week, didn't we? But this week it is white on white. So I am back with you on Monday for our Monday Night Live, and then Tuesday for our Deal Hunters show. I don't know if anybody's got any nice plans for the weekend, but I have my class in-house with the lovely ladies for our Christmas album and the box. So we're going to have some fun creating that. We've got some lovely sandwiches to be had as well. And then Sunday, I'm just going to chill out because it's been a week. I'll be ready to put my feet up on Sunday, I have to say. And face the next problem next week as well. So don't forget, Create to the Club is starting a week on Monday. Put it in your diary, Tim will pop it on the schedule too. And if you've got any problems, just reach out, okay? HTCN tonight, is the most unique vendor. No same old with Toni. Bless your heart, super kind, thank you so much. So whatever you're doing, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all Monday for my Monday Night Live at 6 o'clock, and we'll do some more demos using maybe these again, but a different one. So whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay cozy, share the love of craft, pop a comment underneath here, and I'll pick a winner to receive a voucher for our website as well. So always share the love of craft. And thank you for your continued support in highs and in lows as well. Take care, guys. Bye.